Okay, accepting all that we are at this moment and all that we are not yet, we'll take the biggest inhale that we can. Exhale, let it go. And collectively, we will affirm that we are calm and peaceful souls, empty, open, willing, pure potential. Okay, wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate some love, bliss, peace, joy, ecstasy through you. And arms up to the ceiling and lace your hands. Give yourself a mild stretch up over your head. Stretching on Sunday is mild. Saturday is extreme. Sunday we recover. As you're writhing around, you might smile just to send a message to your brain that you're happy. Brain follows the face. Okay, please draw your knees in for a little knee hugging and back rolling. All right, and let's sit up together and we'll talk about today's class. And more importantly, we'll do it because I'm all about the experience. Anyway, as I look directly into my camera, I wish you a beautiful, happy Sunday. This is Anjali Mudra, also prayer pose, obviously. So we might gather our hands at our heart and drop our chin and close our eyes and just develop that internal sense of reverence, quiet, holy, sacred, that is unifying, connecting. We're connecting to something greater than ourselves, and you get to decide what that is. But certainly, gathered together, that's a power greater than our individual self. Now, I invite you to pray or ask or intend for the thing most wanted or needed in your life right now. It's always something, isn't it? Sometimes we need more money, sometimes more love, sometimes more health, sometimes more meaning or purpose. But whatever whatever the asking is, the universe delivers. In spirit, supply and demand are one. But now, in order to send this prayer powerfully, we're going to chant Om together. And remember, you're muted, so try to chant loud enough I can hear you anyway. Nice big inhale. Feel that. Don't wait till the end of the class to get your bliss and your joy. Don't wait to the end of your life to remember who you are. Good. What a nice way to start with a collective prayer like that. All right. And we'll just do some joint juice. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Ritual, calming. You might have your eyes closed or open, depending on what feels best for you. Get those shoulders going. Got a nice turnout of excellent friends. Anytime 8 or more are gathered, it says in the scripture, you get egg roll. Other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know where we're going? Right here. What a weird place to go. 8. Good job. Angel wings in training. And arms forward, pull in a little brush. There's a place you can go once a week for 1/168th of your week where it's all about peace, poise, presence, patience, persistence, and all the P words. Could be pleasurable. I think it is. I find Sunday class to be really a joy. Okay, we're going to pause with our paws at our side. Pleased to be dropping our chin down and eyesing our close. And make a little ujjayi breathing at the back of your throat, that whispery seashell sound that feels whispery and seashelly. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. So different than the rest of the week. Always something to do, always someplace to go. Good, now we'll push out with palmar flexion of our wrist. If you don't know what that means, just mimic me. Don't mimic me all the time, but during class you can. Unless you want to learn, unless you want my lessons. Do you really want that? Go back here, push forward, and around, just moving with your friends. If humans would just do this more often, less thinking, more moving. We have so much that makes us different, but a little movement can remind us of our connection. Go back here. That's why I like the ritual movements, the vinyasas, the dependable sequences. I think they stimulate a part of our brain that is not accessible when we're always doing everything all the time. Like that movie, I guess. I've not seen it. Love the name. Good. We'll chant Om again because I like oming with my friends. Big inhale. Feel that. Feel bliss, joy, love, sat, chit, ananda spread head to toes. Imagine being my new vocal coach. She wears headphones during our sessions. Poor thing. Now you might say to yourself inside of yourself and mean it that I am a calm and peaceful soul. I am is the great declaration of consciousness. I am followed by whatever you add becomes what you are. I am a calm and peaceful soul. Peace is a practice until you get good at it. Okay, 4 head rolls at half speed. Do you ever watch YouTubes at half speed? I do. It sounds like the person is drunk. Very familiar for me. Sounds like my dad. 3, 4, other way. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. 4. I got a little bit of my dad in me. Okay, now we're going to relax our head down. Yogis call it Jalandhara Bandha. I call it relaxing your head down. Your eyes are closed. It's darker. It's more visceral and visual. Boy, do I like visual, but visceral goes deeper. Now, one of the great messages in today's class, and there are several, one great message is be unusually happy for no reason. Technically, we would call that non-contingent happiness. Oh no, Greg, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Everything has to line up perfectly for me to be happy. Not just for me, but everybody else has to do whatever I want them to do. Then everything would be perfect. We're off to a good start. Now we're going to be those big blue lizards in Avatar. The left shoulder is going to come down to the right knee, the right shoulder, left knee. And then you just begin to churn your stuff. These are all movements designed to get us out of the figure everything out part. If only I understood everything, then everything would always work. 5, 6. Good, that seems sufficient. Now, right shoulder, left knee, you don't have to come all the way down. You just do what you can do. You do the possible. God, love, source, spirit, infinite, higher organizing principle will do the impossible. 4, 5, pretty much usually followed by 6. Bueno, good job. Now, I have pictures of me like when I was in my 20s and it was like my shoulders were way up here. So do that. I was like, yeah, I'm pretty, hi, how you doing? I do a lot of work on myself. I'm pretty calm. And one shoulder was lower than the other because I was distorted and all screwed up. So I was like this until I was 43, and then I started doing yoga and kind of turned some things around, and my shoulders began to kind of drop. My spine got a little taller. My heart began to open with a jackhammer. My throat began to clear because I could speak a little truth. My face began to relax because I didn't have to hide behind a mask and try to make crazy people happy with my expression. I didn't need a little bit of self-improvement. I needed to step on a few landmines. Okay, palms out to receive alms. Up, in, and lean over your hands. Be handy. Now I've got friends who can bring their heels of their hands all the way down, con no problemas, but I'm kind of stuck halfway. Life is a matter of getting unstuck. There's a great German philosopher named Martin Heidegger, and he had a brilliant theory in the beginning of the 20th century, and he called it thrownness. There's a German word for it. It's one of those ridiculous German words, but it means thrownness. We're thrown into life. And how the hell did we end up in this family, this culture, this time, this religion, this lack of religion? But whatever we got thrown into, we got stuck. And the rest of the life is the adventure of how unstuck we can get while still enjoying the ride. 3. Some people get more stuck. They're all stuck up. You know people like that. Good, now I'm going to lean all the way over here on this side. Then I'm going to lean all the way over here on this side. Kind of sounded nasally today. My voice changes every day, says my vocal coach. And we'll come back. I think training your voice is a really intelligent thing to do, especially if you start when you're about 4. Okay, we're going to sit country style for a sec. Unflattering pose. And we'll do one more of these. And then woo, and then up your back. And then back of your wrists in your armpits, elbows inside your knees. The bendy bears will bring their knees and elbows together and their feet too. The stiffy bears will pull in a little. We're all going to drop our chin. We're going to make that throaty, whispery, calm, and peaceful sound. Now, the purpose of my stream of consciousness dialogue is that embedded in the superficial words is a vibrational frequency that liquefies the accretions of perception and opens up everything. That's a bold claim. Sorry, not sorry. Squeeze a little more. Okie doke. Now we're going to bring these self-same feet in together. We're just going to lift them up just for a little bit of lifting. While we're doing that, we're going to roll our wrists out. Now, this is not something you see all the time. Say you're on BART and everybody's lifting their feet and screwing their wrists around. Other way. Bay Area Realization Therapy, BART. Woo! Good. Shake the crap out. Floppy flips. Grab your big toes. Pulls them in. It's your steering wheel. Good. Now you could sit with try sitting with really bad posture. Good. Curve your chest. Good. Now sit with perky, frisky posture. Big fake smile. Beautiful. Can you hear the smile? You ever listen to people talk and you can hear the smile in their voice? Yeah. Good. Now, carriage pose. This is not the leg straight version. This is pulling the knees behind us version. It's 1830. You're riding your carriage in old-timey London. Fortunately, you're one of the elite, so you're not working in a coal mine 14 hours a day, breathing coal dust and dying at the age of 28 with no teeth. That was a hard lifetime. Straighten out lefty, straighten out righty, lefty, righty. And this one, and this one. Now we're going to straighten our end. Now we're a tuning fork. We're an antenna to God. You might be thinking, this isn't calm and peaceful yoga. Yeah, it is. Good. Now brings them in, sets them down. Oh, sorry. Good. Now I'm going to waddle my hiney in a little, which stretches my groins a bit more. Going to wag my kneelets. Nothing to prove, no one to push, nothing to promote, nothing to protect. Good. Now massage middle center bottom of your feet, representing heart, lung, love, heart, center. Every week we do this together. Things happen at very deep levels of our neuroplasticity. And it's so subtle, 1,000,000 neurons could change and redirect in one day. You'd never notice it, but in a couple of weeks, problems would solve, situations would clear, answers would be clarified, and before you know it, you're in a different place. Good. Now hold steady pressure, add a little thumbnail, close your eyes, and Connect your 2 feet and your third eye. Now I'm going to lean slightly forward just to activate the adductor muscles. Try not to just push my head down. I'm trying to fold over I'm trying to turn my pelvis forward so that the movement is efficient, safe, keeping the 3 curves of my spine. I got to tell you, I do like this pose, so it's only fair that I do one that I don't like that you probably do. Rats. Take your right knee and fold it over your left. Take out your left ankle. This is called mermaid pose, or mermail in my case. La 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 la, la la la. All right, we'll edit that out later in the YouTube. Now, lace your hands and push up into chicken of the sea pose. And then turn to the right, super far, super relaxed, just turning, and lower body's doing one thing, upper body's doing the other. Good, now I'm going to release my hands down. Where do your hands fall? If you were a contortionist, you could take both of your hands and set them on the floor way behind you. I'm just going to have left hand grab right hip. I'm going to take my right arm a little further behind me, and I'm going to go screw myself to the right. Now, you know what I say. I say these Sunday poses are prayers. They're hieroglyphs of the soul. And so closing the eyes and allowing the energy points to fall into a beautiful alignment and sequence lets the light in. Now, if you were hysterically flexible, your right arm would go behind your back and it would reach around and grab your left shin. But none of us can do that, so why even think about that? Inhale here. Exhale here as well. I don't know where else we would go. Remember, this is yin yoga. It's not a competition of who's the most flexible person in the class. You know why? Because it's not me, and I would not win that competition, so I'm not going to fight that battle anymore. Now, I'm just going to lean back on my hands. Now, the way that I'm built, the way that my primate bone structure works, is like this is a pretty good stretch. Now, I've got friends who could just easily lay on their back with their arms up over their head, grabbing their elbows, and they would smirk at me with a mild sense of superiority, how easy it is for them to lay on their back. And I would be up here saying, I'm cool, I'm good. Close your eyes. Feel that mysterious meat vehicle hanging down from your head. Everything is always working out for me, especially when I'm forced into yoga poses that confront me. This is fine for me. After a while, I relax a little more. I can get to here. Now I could easily lean all the way back, and it wouldn't be easy. This is fine for Sunday, the middle ground. Okay, that's fine. That accomplishes what we're looking to accomplish. Come out of that one, untie the knot. Wigulate to get that dent out. That leaves a bit, some poses leave an impression, other poses leave a dent, just like relationships. Some relationships leave an impression, other relationships leave a dent. After some relationships, you got to go to dent masters, get the dents out. What's he talking about? All my relationships are perfect. Good. Now, take this one over. Burp. Have you had a sequence of never-ending perfect relationships in your life? I bet you have too. All right, now, mermaid pose. Cross your ankles. Now, I got to put something underneath my right hip. In fact, more than that, because in technical terms, I'm cattywampus in this pose. Now, I used to judge myself very harshly for not being able to do this pose perfectly. But then I learned to not judge myself so harshly all the time, just some of the time. Now, turn hella left, way left, and stretch. Push God up with your hands. Turn left. Now, I want you to look like you're an architectural digest in your living room in Bel Air and a lot of photographers, perfect light, and you're just showing how humble you are in your Bel Air mansion. Of all the humble people, I'm the most humble. Good. Now, my hands are going to come down over here to the left to where they go. Now, my right hand grabs my left hip. Maybe your right hand grabs one of your feet. I don't know. Maybe your left arm snakes behind your body like an anaconda and grabs your right shin. This is praying. This is bodily prayer. Now, this is a prayer for removing painful patterns of perception, stinking thinking, survival techniques we developed a long time ago that worked when we were 5 and maybe not so much when we're older than 50. Not everybody in class is older than 50. I think Iris is 3. Inhale here. Exhale, come out of twisty mermaid pose with an inhale. Oh, some people make this pose look so pretty, and I make it look kind of like okay. Okay, now I'm going to unfold from this. What's interesting is the transitions are really slow. I don't like going slow. When people in front of me are driving slow, I lose my stuff. I don't like it. Get out of my way. So God's teaching me patience, and I'm constantly asking God how quickly I can learn this patient stuff. And God laughs and says, it's going to take longer now, kid. Okay, squeeze your knees together. Pull your heels into your bottom. Now, wrap a couple times. Grow your spine taller. Can you do that? Could you relax your shoulders? Then drop your chin. Now, this is a pose for samtosha. Samtosha is a yoga word, typically translated as contentment. But I want you to be content with the content of your life. I have enough. It doesn't mean you won't get more. Everybody wants more of everything all the time, but I have enough. Plus, this squeezes out the stuff that we don't need, because one of the reasons we don't get more is that there's stuff in the way. We're hoarders of memories, opinions, demands. If we'll let that go, it makes room for something new to come in. Relax. Okay, now I've got good news today. It's unexpected, and it's going to sound pretty wacky. And it's almost news of this import is almost always preceded by a big slug of coffee. Hang on. Today, I'm going to clear up all of your mental tension and anxiety, fears and worries in just one yoga pose. But we're out of time for today, but we're going to start next week's class with this. But what we're going to do is we're going to slide our feet out here further like this, further. Then we're going to expose the top of our left ankle. Now, this may not get everything in one visit, but believe it or not, tension, fear, and anxiety is held in our forearms and our shins and calves. Now, I don't care if you believe that. I'm not interested in the belief. I'm interested in your experience. If I take you to a restaurant, I don't want to eat the menu. I want to eat food with you. So put a blanket over the top of your left ankle like that. A lot of people have been chewing on menus for a long time and it gets irritating. Now, we put the right ankle. See, it goes right where there's no padding. So that's why we put just a little bit of padding over the top. And then I pull back on my hi, how you doings? Hi, how you doing? That's what you say when, hi, how you doing? As you're pulling your hips back. Good, now you do the gopher and Caddyshack. Yeah, dancing to Kenny Loggins. Now, where all the mental tension begins to come out of your body is when you just lean forward, and this is where the elite meet to lean forward into their tight as hell feet. And if you can come forward and be very sensitive as to the volume of sensation, keep it sensible, relax your shoulders, do not constrict your throat. And as you come forward, my visual is the little caps come off of your toes. You take the little caps off, and your feet that are filled with toothpaste, all the toothpaste comes squirting out of your feet. And if that's not weird metaphor, then trust me, I've got weirder. And we're going to hold this for 1 minute. Relax your head. To some degree, our physical bodies are repositories of fear, trauma, worry, anxiety, not just our own, but generational trauma, fear, and worry that's obviously in the DNA. And why we inherited some of that, we could draw the line and say it stops here. Or we could pick the ball up and run further with it. Let's choose the former. Do you ever see your kids doing what you do? I don't. Only because I got no kids. Now inhale, look forward to a brighter, happier, more calm and peaceful future. And then relax down into your meat vehicle. Let the shin bones relax. Wiggle your toes. I have calm and peaceful feet. Do you know how many people are willing to do this on a Sunday? Carve out some time to lean into their tension and anxiety and dispel it into bliss. You know how many people are willing to do that? About 9 in the whole world. They're all right here. All right, come on up, kitty cats. And you know what? I'm going to be nice to you. We'll do the other side next week. Just kidding. Okay, so you gotta undo it. Ah, man. Ah, woohoo. Yeah, baby. Okay, now this one goes out there like that. This is special stuff that I've learned from 50 years of doing yoga. I used to do yoga in 1976 out in my garage with a ponytail. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't take powerful chemicals while I was doing it, but to hear that, you'd have to sign up for my subscription channel. Now, put this over the top. Oh, I've got stories. I've got stories you don't want to hear. Now pull back on your high, maybe you do. Pull back on your high, how you doings? Now these feet are soft and relaxed, and because we're young and flexible and frisky, we'll just come down and we'll stick our head underneath our feet. Minute and a half. You're going to go through Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's 5 stages of dying. Those stages are ice cream, alcohol, shopping, California scratchers, and more ice cream. Anything not to feel what I'm feeling. Now, you might ask inside of yourself, between you and your HP, your higher power, what do I need to learn? What insights? What wisdom could come in? What am I blocking? If you ask, you'll receive. What do I need to know? Now, from fingertips, long spine, bright future, free of tension, anxiety, fear, worry, and dread, and relax into calm, peaceful bliss, joy, patience, equilibrium. Now, wigulate thy fingers and toes. Let all of the toothpaste out of your feet. Now, the last thing, your hunched up shoulders, because you can't even help it, lax your shoulders down your back. Swallow once, gulp. Smell your feet. And you might think to yourself, I have found the weirdest yoga teacher, but I'm going to tell all my friends about them so that they can come on Sunday also. When you invite other people to do yoga, then you get the benefit. Did you know that? So do I. Come on up, kitty cats. Oh, 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 Lord's a leaping. All right. Well, there they are, my little doggies down here. Let's do some more work on our feet. Let's stretch lefty out like this. Let's grab righty before it gets away. Put it over the top. This pose is over the top. Now, this folding in of my left shin, I'm built that way. Maybe you just want to leave it sticking out. Crack your toes. 1, 2, ow, ow, ow. Okay, and then goof around with your feet. Pretend your toes are little 3-year-olds at a preschool. They love this. Oh, happy feet. Just getting the gunk out. No rain for the next 10 days, it says. I don't believe them. I think it's a lie. Okay, kids, we're going in. Spring cleaning. Grind those digits into the other digits. We're going digital, kids. We've been analog all class. Get the fingers all the way in there. Now take your right eagle talon, grab your shin, crank a doodle delic on yourself. No, I'm not claiming I have super flex. I think I have rather average ankles. They're not my best feature, but I'm turning pretty strong. Other way. Now I'm exaggerating. Oh my God. Whoa, taking it around. I love exaggerating. Now, we're going to balance our corpus callosum, our left and half right semispheres. Ah, English eludes me sometimes. Squeeze your right toes into your left fingers. Open your left toes super wide. Squeeze, splay. And the sound of one hand praying at your chest. Drop your chin. And I'm going to invite you to be the eye of the hurricane. We might send love and blessings to our friends in the Midwest who are tortured by tornadoes. But tornadoes are caused by winds going in opposite directions, and then it starts to spin, and we can see the damage that happens on the physical plane. But in every hurricane, in every tornado, there's an eye. Find yours. No one else can find that for you. Squeeze play. Good. All right. The only contradiction of this pose is contraindication is athlete's hand, arms out. Now we're going to get the tension out of our forearms. And right arm under, fold up your arms. Now this obviously makes the two bones in our forearms, the tibula and the fibulation. I forgot the name of the bones. And we're just going to go up and down, and this makes those two bones that fuse together when you get sticky and tight and opinionated and closed-minded, those two bones of our forearms turn to one bone. So we're going to open that up, left and right, up and down, maybe a circle. And obviously this gets our shoulder blades back there. That's another place where the sticky, congested, opinionated, closed-mindedness goes. Now elbows all the way to the right. Face all the way to the left. Tilt your head left. Tilt your forearms right. And just be the calm, beautiful, pristine, peaceful, perfect soul that you are, with kind of a messed up, weird mortal self that's delightful and devilish at the same time, but the soul is pristine and perfect. Okie dokie. Then the arms come back, they do. Hands slide out to elbows. And if you're going to build a strong house, you got to have a good frame. So frame yourself. Okay, then bring them down here. Now take your thumbnails into Kashipra, the Marma, the Ayurvedic point at the base of your big toe. Take your thumbnails in there and massage to the point of percolation, nuclear and percolation. My mom used to love it when people would say nuclear. Good. Now push your thumb all the way into your foot. Close your eyes, drop your chin, relax your shoulders, and I'm inviting you to make the Holy Trinity, the triangle of your third eye and your two thumbnails, be the Trinity. We all have the Trinity inside of us, the mortal, the divine, and that which connects it. It's not some weird, impossible to understand ancient religious nomenclature. It means you're a three-part being. Okie doke. All right. Now I'm taking my hands out of there. My cat, my cat stole my yoga blocks. Okay, fine. I suggest putting a block right here, maybe two, and please just relax your forehead down into your block. I'm just going to use my hands. My cat took my blocks and put them over there. And then when you feel the perfect balance of your head and your booty, take your arms behind your back and grab your right wrist with your left hand and massage your kidney compartment on your back. Ooh, you say, ooh, ooh. I didn't know that felt that good, you say. Good, then go the other way and you say, ah. You may not be saying that. I'm sorry if you're not. And then let your hands calm and let's be perfectly still for 24 seconds. There's magic in stillness. Okay, then we're going to start an uprising, a revolution, if you will. Not a collective one, those are boring. They never work, but we can start an individual revolution. Inhale for an Om. Connect head, hands, and heart. Drop chin. Align thought, feeling, and action with Source. You are unstoppable in this world. It's a feeling, it's an experience, it's a knowledge, it's a deep understanding. It's not a concept anymore. We can starve to death on concepts. All right, extend righty leg out. One more side, and we'll do that, and then we'll do a juicy, long Shavasana, and then we're frolicking. Left ankle over your right knee. Right shin folds under for those who can do it. Right leg can stick out if you want. Crack your toes. Ow, ow. Sometimes my feet feel cold and distant and painful, but compared to what my feet would be if I had not started yoga, I think my feet would be basically dead. That's what my first yoga teacher, my very strong dude yoga teacher who had no filter, he looked at me and he said, "Bro, your feet look like two dead animals attached to the end of your legs." I was like, "Great. How much is that going to cost to fix?" Let's grind our fingers into our toes, get them all the way in. He had no filter, that guy. Still doesn't, probably. Good. Now, we're going to crankadelic. We don't want to get to that I've fallen and can't get up stage. We want to get to that, I don't actually fall, but if I did, I could get up. We're going to do a commercial and you're going to say, I don't fall often, but when I do, I can get up. Thumbs up, says my sister. All right, now squeeze your toes into your fingers super hard on this side. Splay your toes open here. Squeezing and splaying. The sound of one hand praying. Drop your chin and be the eye of the eye. The world swirls around us, sometimes in a tornado, no doubt about it. There are forces out there opposing, we know that, and they fight and they spin and they cause destruction. One peaceful person counteracts 4,000 agitated ones. Really splay those right toes. It's the splaying that counteracts the squeezing. Perfect. All right. Hugs, not drugs. Rats. Big wide open hands. Left arm under because we're going to relieve the tension in our forearms by folding up our arms and getting those two bones in our forearms to move a little bit. Ups and downs, lefts and rights, maybe a circle, maybe an oval. Oh, maybe some Ovaltine. Ah, the 60s. Nothing like some Ovaltine for breakfast. That and some sugary cereal. That's good for you. Good. Now take your elbows all the way over to the left, face all the way over to the right. And you can lift your baby, your inner child, above the fray whenever you feel like it. It's fun to dip into the fray sometimes. It's fun to come up out of it. Peace, be still. Good. Thence, hands slide to elbows. We're going to do a little reframing. I wish more of my dude friends who are all tight and stiff with congealed hearts would kind of move this one a little bit. I invite them and they go, Greg, why don't just keep that witchcraft away from me, would you? Just back off, bro. But they're good golf guys. Good. Now arms down here. Now take these same opposable thumbs into middle, center, bottom of feet. Dig in deep with thumbnail till you get to that perky, provocative, prickly place. Good. Now push all the way in. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Drop your chin. And feel the Trinity, the third eye, the 2 feet. Connect yourself in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of bliss. Good. Then one more Om, and we will go into extra super extended, sumptuous, delicious, provocative, perfect Shavasana. Inhale. Oh, neighbors beating on the door. Sorry. Oh. Prayer mitts, chin drops. Now you said a prayer at the start of class for the thing most wanted and needed. Now just let it come in. Let the abundance, the bliss, whatever you need, let it in. Feel gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness. Thank you, universe, for always whipping up a special batch just for me on a daily basis. And just because I get mine doesn't mean anybody's not getting theirs. Amen to that. Good. All right. Now I cordially, heartfully, heartfeltfully, new wordfully ask you to relax on your back for, I don't know, 6 happy minutes. And I'm going to zip mostly the mouth part And I invite you to relax more than you ever have in your whole life and blend soul with spirit more than ever because it's possible. And the pose starts now. Okay, please stay in the pose. I invite you to relax more to allow more of a blending of soul and spirit. And this is from the Church of Greg, if you'd like. If you'd like to invite God, love, source, spirit, infinite higher organizing principle into yourself, it's such a beautiful time, never from coercion or convincing or force, but from choice, invitation, humility. All we have to do is crack the door open and the rest takes care of itself. Good. Now, if you prayed that little prayer with me, wiggle your fingers and toes and circulate some extra super feel God through yourself. Love, joy, peace, bliss, harmony, wisdom, truth, beauty, all the qualia. Nice deep breath back in your spacesuit, this beautiful one of a kind space vehicle. Curl onto your right side when you're ready. Love all over yourself. And as you reassemble, your spine will stack up a little taller, and your shoulders will be more relaxed, and your chin will be more level, and your eyes will be more closed. And if you go deep into you and I go deep into me, we obviously come to the same beautiful, glorious, essential, spiritual, energetic, whatever you want to call it, I don't care, place. Hands at our heart to represent. Miraculously, unbelievably, we're individual and the same at the same time. E pluribus unum. All together we say, Namaste. Are you trying to tell me that people I don't like and that I disagree are the same as me? Are you trying to tell me that? I'm not trying to tell you that.